Welcome, students, to a very special explainer. Today is the day. This serves as the grand graduation and the ultimate celebration of our journey through the Latin root manus. You've all worked incredibly hard, and today is really all about cementing that knowledge. Now, this isn't just going to be some boring repetition of what we've already covered. Instead, it's a master review designed to help you completely retain everything you've learned about the hand that shapes our language. We're going to apply your skills to build total confidence.
Okay, let's dive into this. On our agenda today, we've got the arrival, the great timeline, the exhibition, the proving grounds, the champion's toolkit, and lastly, your grand graduation.
Starting off with Section 1, the arrival. Let's enter the hall. I want you to picture this. Imagine stepping right through the great, heavy wooden doors of the ancient, ivy-covered Hall of Root Masters. As they swing open, Professor Turtle is standing right there to warmly welcome you inside. Look around the walls for a second. Hanging all around you are these brightly illuminated scrolls, and each one represents a specific stage of the journey you've just completed. From your very first root discovery, through the vocabulary, the morphology, those hidden academic worlds, the spelling strategies, all the way up to those really tough championship challenges. Take a moment to just soak it in, because you are about to officially complete the Manus adventure and celebrate absolutely everything you've learned.
Moving on to Section 2, the great timeline, the history of Manus.
Let's move to the timeline and see how this builds. Look at this continuous thread spanning centuries. Our root didn't just magically poof into existence in English dictionaries one day. It started way back as the original Latin word manus, meaning hand. You can actually see its daily Roman usage here. How it miraculously survived the fall of empires, made its incredible journey into the English language, and eventually evolved to shape our modern vocabulary. Seeing this continuous thread visually connects all of our previous lessons into one epic historical journey. Section 3, the exhibition, the living word tree. Right in the absolute center of the hall grows the magnificent living word tree. It's incredible because every major Manus word we've studied appears here as a glowing leaf, and the tree actually organizes itself into distinct branches of knowledge. So over in our everyday branch, we have words like manual. Branching out into the academic world, we find manuscript. And then over in the medical and scientific branches, we see words like manubrium. You could immediately see the complete word family just at a single glance, which completely proves how one simple root stretches across so many diverse, real-world disciplines. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we can walk directly from the tree right into the themed rooms of our champion's memory palace. Each room serves as a powerful memory anchor. In the library, you find handwritten manuscripts. In the workshop, goods are manufactured. Step into the concert hall, and you'll see the organ manuals being played by hand. Or wander into the botanical garden for manual pollination. By actively connecting these vocabulary words to physical, real-world spaces, your brain literally locks them in permanently.
Section 4, the proving grounds. Time for a morphology challenge.
All right, step right up because here is your ultimate morphology challenge at the Word Detective Library. Imagine you encounter an unfamiliar word out in the wild. Let's look at the word emancipate. I want you to pause for a second. Put on your word detective hat. What do you see here? What's the prefix? Where is our root hiding? What is the suffix? And most importantly, can you decode its literal meaning before we actually reveal the answer? Okay, let's break it down. You have a, which means out, man, meaning hand, and cipate, meaning to take. So literally, it means to take out of the hand. Historically speaking, when you took someone out of the hand, or out of the control of another person, you were setting them free. Look how beautifully this structural pathway leads directly to its modern definition. You didn't have to just blindly memorize a definition from a dictionary, you just had to explain its parts. But hold on, beware as we enter the hall of common mistakes. We definitely need to review our spelling bee warnings here. Not every single word that starts with the letters M-A-N actually comes from the Latin root for hand. Think of words like mansion or maniac or mango. Those are completely different language pathways. A true word detective always looks for that literal connection to the hand before jumping to any conclusions. And, to truly master this space, you have to know your root's neighbors. Let's compare manus with some related roots. In Latin, we also have dexter, which specifically means the right hand. And in Greek, the root for hand is chir, which is exactly where we get words like chiropractor. Recognizing these root connections is basically like getting a master key. It exponentially expands your vocabulary across multiple languages and complex medical terminologies. Section 5, the Champion's Toolkit, Becoming a Spelling Detective. So the absolutely crucial point here is how you apply this toolkit when you're faced with a tough word. This is your go-to spelling detective process. Step 1, listen carefully and ask for the language of origin. Step 2, find the root, the prefixes, and the suffixes. Step 3, connect that literal translation to the modern meaning. And step 4, check your spelling patterns. Remember, championship spellers don't just memorize thousands of random words and long, boring lists. They decode the roots that connect them. Now, right before you leave the hall, Professor Turtle hands you the Root Explorer's Journal with your final mission. The magic number is 30. During this coming week, your challenge is to step up as an independent word detective and find 30 entirely new words connected to roots out in the real world. You can find them in books, at the hospital, in a museum, literally anywhere. Write them down, find their origins, and decode them.
Section 6, your grand graduation. Let's celebrate your curiosity.
Here we are, the culmination of all your hard work. We are so thrilled to award you this virtual certificate, Master of the Latin Root MANUS. There are no rankings here, no winners or losers, just a pure celebration of your dedication to learning and your perseverance. And this brilliantly illustrates your journey, as your golden leaf is now permanently affixed to the glowing MANUS branch of the Tree of Roots. But wait, just as we celebrate, Professor Turtle opens a dusty ancient book, and a single, unfamiliar new root begins to glow softly on the page. Remember, you didn't just memorize one single root, you learned how to actually think like an etymologist. I want you to take our final slogan with you wherever you go. When you see MANUS, ask, what is being done, written, made, or handled by the hand? Every single root out there is really just another puzzle, another adventure waiting to be discovered. So with this Champion's Toolkit now firmly in your grasp, what hidden linguistic adventure will you choose to uncover next?